Welcome everyone to the next part of our EPIK series, the orientation. Yay! So the orientation is literally that. It's the orientation to teaching English in Korea, where you spend a week of just lectures and learning about lesson planning and just the Korean culture. You either do two things when you come to Korea. You come early or you come on time. I came early, so instead of taking the shuttle from the airport to the orientation venue, so I ended up booking a train ticket from Seoul to the orientation venue before I even left Australia. Also, a few of us from around the globe that was also going to the EPIK orientation did the same thing. So there was a group of us that came earlier and we got tickets in the same train together so that we could all train it down from Seoul. If you don't come early though, what essentially happens is that you arrive on the day that they say, in between the times that they say, so that you can get shuttled down from the airport. So they will be there at the airport for you. All you need to do is collect your luggage and go find the appropriate desk. Then they pop you on a bus and then send you to orientation. Our orientation was in Daegu at the university there, so it was a few hours train drive, and then after that we made our way from the train station to the university. The university had dorm style rooms for us to stay in, and we were assigned according to our class. So I had a girl who was also in Seoul. So when you do arrive, they give you this, something that looks like this, and that is your EPIK orientation guide, which has your lectures and lesson plans and examples, and also your schedule, which you will really need. Also, bring a pen with you. You don't realize how much you need a pen until you don't have one, and they're like, write this or do something that requires writing. So on the first day, when we were just settling in, we kind of just explored. I ended up meeting some new people, and then we went together to sort of explore the university to pass the time. So that was really good. So first day is a good day to meet other people and sort of get the vibes out, I guess. Vibes? Something like that. Go find some friends, it'll make your week more pleasant. So the opening ceremony, we had a Taekwondo academy from Seoul come down and give us a performance. And that week we did a Taekwondo class with them. So that was really fun. They were quite entertaining and also very, very skilled. So this week was filled with a mixture of lesson lectures and school lectures, as well as cultural lectures and cultural experiences. Yeah, cultural experiences. The lesson lectures were really good and informative, but there was a lot of stuff that was repeated. So a lot of the stuff that they said, personally, I already knew from past experience or TEFL certificate study. Like, they just repeated a lot of things. If you didn't know, you would know, like, the most important points were said throughout all of them. So by the end of the week, you should be prepared. Personally, I thought some of them were a hit and a miss. Beside the miss ones, the hit ones were really good. Going through my book, I know that the ones that were really informative to me were the ones that I wrote notes down for. So the cultural lectures, I thought they were more of a hit. I learnt so many things that I didn't realize were a thing, like toilet etiquette, for example, and just like realistic things. There were also some on-campus cultural experiences. So one of the days we did painting, fan painting. I'll go find it. Ta-da! So this was the fan that I painted. We didn't really have enough time for it, but I tried. So there was fan painting, and then we went up to have a tea ceremony at the traditional place that was there. Give us a walk and a 12.
Looks good with your beard.
I just like those little hairs on top.
Yeah, I know. My head is too big for it.
You do. Wait, let me just get a close up.
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
He's so hip. So how do you feel about this experience?
Feel pretty authentic right now.
Pretty authentic.
Also Korean class. So these are run by the EPIK staff who are Koreans, generally all our age as well. Now I found this really helpful because not just for learning key expressions and more Korean words and phrases, but also for asking questions about normal like social things maybe from someone who was our own age. I just found that super helpful and realistic. Korean class. Sure. So befriend your orientation staff. They're your age. They are happy to chat with you, especially because most of them speak English, if not all of them speak English. So yeah, they're happy to have conversations with us. Here's a clip of them doing kaitmilgate for food for each of their classes.
가위바위보 가위바위보 Alright, first, second, third, next, losers, two, 가위바위보 The honor of last place, ready, rock, scissors, paper. Rock, scissors, paper.
Halfway through the week, we had a typhoon come to South Korea. Fortunately, it did go around, but it was a bit scary because they kept sending us emergency alerts. So we'd be in the middle of class and all of a sudden everyone's phones just went off at the same time. The first time it happened, I was like, what is happening? But it was just saying there's a typhoon coming, you know, stay safe. Which Korea does a lot. If there's lots of rain, they'll say stay indoors, like they'll send the same emergency alert out. Field trip day. I did a lot of filming that day, so you can enjoy the clip that I made. Lesson demo, the last task. It was pretty chilled, so don't stress too much about it. I feel like it was very basic and it's hard to fail it. Just make sure you put in the effort as a group because you collaborate with other teachers. The night before was pretty hectic. We did have a mishap with the printer at the university. There was only one printer that everyone had to use, so it kind of just, yeah, we destroyed it. Other than that, I will disclaim, everything else was so well organized. Like, I'm actually blown away at how well they did such a good job at just organizing everything and making sure everything ran really smooth, because everything did run really smooth, other than the printer on that one night. So also on the last day, you find out about your schools. It's quite nerve-wracking because you wait all week to find out, basically all the 6 months of the preparation, to find out exactly which school. After you find out, it's just basically sitting on Google and finding out exactly where it is, what it's about, and stuff like that. So the closing ceremony had a few representatives from the uni and from the Ministry of Education and all the rest of it. And we also had the K-pop dancers. So some people, instead of doing the Korean lesson classes, did K-pop dancing instead. So that was awesome to see, our own fellow teachers doing the dancing. It was really cool. After that, the next day, they ship you on the buses to go to your designated place. So we all go to the same school, and then our teachers from the different schools come to that one to pick us up and take us to our schools. So that's essentially it about orientation. It was a weird week. I found that I learned more about Western culture than I did about about Korean culture, I feel like. So it was a good time, and I think a good practice for you to get used to learning about other people's cultures and how it's different from your own. Because that's essentially what you're going to be doing for the next couple of months, is learning about Korean culture and putting their culture first as opposed to your own, or at least finding out the differences between the two cultures as well. I hope that was informative. If it wasn't, let me know. If you have any more questions about orientation, also let me know in the comments. Make sure you give this video a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't, if you want to see more videos on the EPIK program and just generally living in South Korea as a foreigner. See you in the next video.